4 laps to go. He's running out of time, but I think he has time.
Quicker than Dovizioso between him. Carried a lot of speed through that last turn, and he is definitely pulling up behind Dovi on number 4. Champion in his second year in MotoGP, Ben Spies has earned
there. That was fantastic. So I think he's made it very clear that he's not just some lower echelon person. He came to play.
It's Casey Stoner's race to lose now, but it doesn't look like he has any intention of doing so. Ben Spies is stalking Dovizioso. If I had to guess.
As he was gaining ground, here he goes by on the inside into 11. Ben Spies takes it.
Let's see if Dovizioso has any fight left in him to try to come back and answer.
Not losing too much ground though, Brian.
No, he's not the kind of guy to just wave the white flag immediately. He might have to sooner or later. Casey Stoner just riding flawless laps of his own. No wiggles out of the direction. Did he felt like he could really realize his potential? Increase that lead by 5 points rather than giving them up. Final lap here at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Edwards coming in at 8th spot, Hector Barbera in 9th. And that is just about going to finish it up here for us. We still have a few more riders coming. The next thing on our agenda is going to be the podium. Join us there, won't you?
Well, Armando, the crowd is on its feet as far as we can see. Turn workers have all the flags out waving, all the different colors, saluting the riders. Nice job, turn workers, as well. You've had a busy few days here, helping people as they've slid off into the dirt. But all eyes on Casey Stoner. What a performance running Jorge Lorenzo down, who didn't look beatable. He looked unbeatable to me. He looked perfect out there, but Stoner just kept pushing, and when Lorenzo's times came up a little bit into the 22s, he continued to do 21s, and he was there to pound.
Yeah, it's hard to really read Stoner. I mean, he's had some issues with this track, and I'm sure every so often he's got a tight hole like that. You know, he might periodically get a flash dropping down in the third section. You know, so it's not like Monterey's Laguna Seca has always been kind to Casey. He had a heck of a dogfight last on him. Had a really cool fight. Who knows how it would have been when his body still probably recovered from that nasty, you know, happy to see Rossi here like always. I think this fans, the Texas fan. Let's hear it for the Texas fans out there. Boy, many people get really good out there. Becoming very comfortable with this track, and I think we're going to continue to see good.
Prevent speed to run down so that's not an easy task. He was able to do it, but also let's give a call out to Colin Edwards, man. 8th place, there's another Texas boy who did good. Supposed to be in 4th, and Edwards in 8th. Fine performances from both of them. Rossi and Hayden in between those two, with Andrea Divizioso finishing 5th. So really exciting race. You know, a little bit of a precision fight out there, I'd say. 3 experts, Stoner, Lorenzo, and Rosa, running almost immaculate, perfect lap times in the high 21s. But when the time started to fade, one rider did not, and that was Casey Stoner, and that's why he won the race.
Oh, absolutely. It was definitely a surgical race. There's no other way to describe it. Because this race, if you try to ride it physically, if you try to ride it mostly the way to do it, it's going to fight you every time. We've seen it happen here throughout the weekend. Turn 2 looks very simple. Don't believe it for a second. You've got a lot of dynamics going on there. You've got a lot of angle changes, and it looks like it's a simple in and out. No way.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, you got to really give a call out to Hector Barbera also with another fine finish. She's really coming on strong. 9th today. Hiroshi Ayama 10th. Carol Abraham was 11th. Loris Caparossi, the veteran, who is just a walking record of Grand Prix victories and achievements, was starts. That's right, was 12, and Tony Elias was 13th. So you know, wonderful experience for us American fans to see the greatest riders in the world, and we're lucky to have so many Americans up here doing the business for us as well. But that was exciting. I really enjoyed that race. I hope the fans will celebrate. They probably celebrated a little more last night because they were late getting here this morning. You said, what was that?
Yeah, I drove into this track. There was no traffic problems on a race day. Everybody was sleeping in and nursing it, I guess. I think half of them were in downtown Monterey last night. I walked into a little pub and it was just like being in Europe. I heard English, French, Spanish, Italian, everybody there. But the one thing that was disappointing today was similar to crashing out. Alvaro Bautista has been showing some good speed. It's had a tough season. Ben Bostrom, you know, it's his home track. You want to look good in your home track. Cal Crutchlow, he's had a couple of get-offs this season, and mostly Marco Simoncelli has shown tremendous speed and flashes of brilliance. But it's by his own hand that most everything has happened in this season. And he's one of those guys that once maybe he develops a little more maturity and settles down a little bit and develops a little more feel for the big bikes, that he will be thrilled to watch, because there were so many great riders that were, you know, initially getting into the MotoGP levels. They were kind of crashers for a while.
Yeah, Yeah, it's a bit of a pattern when you start out. You have sort of a rough first year, a lot of learning curve, and then the second year, third year get better and better. So, Siege, he'll be back strong, and he may be one of the aliens next year. As he gets more experience, but incredibly quick. And we're very sorry that happened, especially with Alvaro Bautista again charging hard, trying to catch Rossi in 8, and he slid off in 2. So that's unfortunate, but another rising star that we're going to see much more of in the future.
Oh, absolutely. People say, well, that's just terrible. They've been very judgmental about San Michele. But hey, let's not talk too loud. One of our favorite riders from here in the United States, Kevin Schwantz, was notorious for tossing it away. I mean, I think he ended up second place for the season one year. He threw away in half the GPs he was in. So, it's that learning curve and settling down and finding your groove. We're going to be doing the podium ceremony shortly. Track crossing is going to be open at 2:50, so it's coming up in a minute or two. And it is opening right now. We're starting to see folks go across the Red Bull Arch area, so if you want to go into the infield and get a little closer to the action, by all means, now's the time to do it. And do not forget, do not leave, we got some great action for you at 3:45 p.m. We've got the AMA Superbike race, 23 laps. We've got a points battle going on. Some of America's top big bike riders. Definitely stick around for that.
Yeah, you want to go back to the 10? Yeah.